Man, I just love how every time I want to make a video, these pimples just start popping up and being like, hey, we want to be in the spotlight too. Sup, you guys? ASD Classified here. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Ranger from each season of Power Rangers. So I'm going to be going down the list of all 24 seasons of Power Rangers, and from each season I will pick one Ranger, just one, that is my favorite, okay? And if it's not already clear, this is a subjective list. Very subjective, not objective, okay? I didn't do like all the bunch of calculations and go through the charts of what everybody in the fandom thinks and blah blah blah. No, this is me. This is all me, which means that you are free to disagree with me and my choices. You know, your opinions are wrong, but you are free to have them, okay? Just making it clear. Alright, so let's get into it. Favorite Ranger from each season. Let's go. So, Season 1, Tommy. Season 2, Tommy. Season 3, Tommy. Season 4, Tommy. Now, I already know the Tommy haters, they mad. They big mad right now. They're rolling their eyes. They're like, are you serious? Yes, I am serious. Listen to me. Listen to me. Open your ears. Listen. There is no Ranger who is more badass than Tommy. No Ranger is more badass than him. No Ranger has kicked more ass than him. No Ranger can fight like him. No Ranger has saved the day as much as him. No Ranger has killed a monster by themselves as much as him. Without Tommy, the Rangers would have been destroyed 1,000 times over. Do you hear me? Are you listening? He is the most badass Power Ranger that has ever existed. Season 2 made an entire three-parter. An entire three-part episode to tell you that Tommy is the most badass Power Ranger of all. They told you straight up that the Power Rangers could never be beaten as long as Tommy is there to lead them. They told you this. As long as Tommy is there to lead them, you can never destroy the Power Rangers. Okay, and they also told you that the only way to destroy the Power Rangers is to kill Tommy. And the only being who could ever kill Tommy is Tommy. Seriously, Rita had to make a clone of Tommy and give him Green Ranger powers to tackle White Ranger Tommy. That episode is incredible. That three-parter, I love it. That is part of the reason why I love it, because it's like, yeah, so if we don't kill Tommy, we're never going to beat the Power Rangers. So they just straight up tell you that's how badass Tommy is, man. That's how badass he is. And then in Dino Thunder, we had one of the smartest characters in all of Power Rangers tell you straight up that Tommy, he's not the oldest Power Ranger, he's just the best. Okay? From one of the smartest characters in all of Power Rangers, Miss Haley. So, the show is telling you this, and they show you this from all his actions, okay? Hell, even the Boom Studio comic books are telling you this right now. Like, as long as Tommy is on the side of good, the Rangers will always win. But if he's evil, then evil will win, okay? In the Boom Studio comic books, you know, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic books, like there's a timeline where Tommy decided, hey, you know, after Jason destroyed the Sword of Darkness, Tommy was like, hey, I like being evil. I'm gonna stay evil. And then he teamed up with Rita and then he killed everybody. Well, most of them anyway. He killed most of the Rangers. He killed like the Alien Rangers. He killed Ninjor. He killed Alpha. He killed like Phantom Ranger, Blue Centaurian. Like, he didn't kill everybody. And took over the world. Lord Dracon. Look. Okay, like, I mean, I rest my case. I rest my case, Your Honor, okay? The defense can put on their bullshit counter argument, but I will be here to rebut if necessary. So yeah, back to the list. So Turbo, Tom, TJ, see? TJ for Turbo, okay? Gotta give it to Selvin Ward on this, you know. First black leader of the Power Rangers. Okay, gotta give it to TJ. Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson. Put some respect on his name, okay? That man, he is awesome, okay? Just from like the 2-part episode where he premiered on Passing of the Torch, like that 2-parter just showed you why he should be a Power Ranger and why he should be the leader of the Power Team too. Like TJ, he just saw the danger and he said, I can't sit here and do nothing. And he started throwing down with Piranhatrons. He saved Catherine. Then he went to go save Tommy and he inspired Cassie to go save Tommy with him and shit. Like, that was awesome. That right there just showed you that he's a hero and he deserves to be a Power Ranger and the leader of the team. Like, if anybody was going to take Tommy's place, TJ was a perfect choice to do it. Like, just from 2 freaking episodes prove that he is a good person. And then we go in space, and while he wasn't technically the leader anymore, he still helped lead the team and give advice and shit. Like, TJ is just a boss, man. Of course he's my favorite in Turbo. What? Moving on. In space, Andros. I love Andros, man. Like, he was a quiet loner type. I'm a quiet and loner type. Okay, like when the Turbo Rangers got their butts kicked and they lost their powers, Andros took them in. He gave them new powers. He mentored them. He was a leader and a mentor. He taught them how to be Space Rangers and shit, you know. And he was an excellent fighter and stuff. And like, wow, you know, okay, Power Rangers teamwork, you know, we gotta work as a team and blah, blah, blah. And Andros did that. You know, I can work as a team. But if I need to do some stuff on my own, if I need to handle business solo, he could do that as well. He can go on missions by himself. And I love that, man. Andros was awesome. Come on, man. KO35 for life. Come on. Lost Galaxy. Magna Defender. Magna Defender was so awesome. Come on now. Magna Defender, I think he's like the first. And I'm talking about the first Magna Defender. But yes, the first Magna Defender, not Mike. Mike was cool, but the first Magna Defender, he was greatness, alright? So the first one, I believe he's the first anti-hero that Power Rangers has ever had. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's the first anti-hero in Power Rangers. Like, he was just awesome. I loved how he came in and he didn't care about nothing, nobody else. All he cared about was getting revenge on Scorpius. He didn't care about that colony. He, like, tried to destroy the colony, like, multiple times in order to kill Scorpius. He didn't give a crap about them, and I loved it. And, you know, the Galaxy Rangers had to step in like, no, Magna Defender, don't do this. This ain't the way. He didn't give a shit. Not until the end. So, I loved it, man. And there was one great line that the Magna Defender told Leo. I can't remember it verbatim, but it was like, he told Leo, you're trying to believe that there's still goodness inside of me. Stop believing. My heart died when Scorpius took my son from me. All I have left is revenge. Like, I loved it. I loved him. And the Magna Defender used to square up with the Galaxy Rangers. Like, he used to fight them and kick their ass. I loved it. He was awesome. Of course, he repented. He actually died, and he had a hero's death, you know, saving the whole colony. And then his ghost passed his powers on to Mike, and I loved it. So, Magna Defender was great. He was awesome. Now, for you sticklers who may be watching this video and are like, oh my god, Magna Defender is not a Power Ranger technically. First of all, whatever. Like, you know, when I was younger, I used to be on that side too. Oh, well, he's not technically a Power Ranger. These days, who gives a shit? But for you sticklers who don't really want to claim the original Magna Defender as a Power Ranger, fine. I will pick Kai for you guys. Kai from Lost Galaxy. He's my favorite in that one then. I liked him. I liked how early in the season he was arrogant and a bit of a dick and a snob, you know, but then he grew as a character, you know. I like that. I like the character growth, you know, so Kai is cool. I'll pick Kai. Whatever. Lightspeed Rescue. I'll pick Joel, the Sky Cowboy. He's my favorite from this season, so there you go. Honestly, a lot of those Rangers in Lightspeed, they were kind of bland. But Joel, he was the funny person. He was the comedian. Oh, excuse me. He was the comedian. He had the jokes. And I liked his little, like, relationship that he had going on with Miss Fairweather, you know, trying to get in them draws. You know, I liked all of that. And he ended up marrying her in the end. So, you know, cool, whatever. But yeah, funny guy, Joel, Sky Cowboy. Loved him. Time Force. Jen. I'm picking Jennifer for this one, baby. Jen, she's my favorite in Time Force. Come on now. She is one of the most badass Power Rangers we've ever had. Like, Jen could go toe-to-toe with Tommy and Jason and some of the best martial artists in Power Rangers. She could go toe-to-toe with them. That's how good she was, baby. And she was the leader of the Time Force Rangers, okay? She was, what, the second female leader of a power team? Like, she kicked ass, man. I love the whole backstory with Rancid and her fiance dying. I loved it. I loved all of it. She was a boss. One of the best female Power Rangers we ever had. So yes, Wild Force. Oh my god. Wild Force. You really thought I have a favorite Ranger in Wild Force? Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, for the purposes of this list, I'll pick one of them. I'll pick one. Okay. Alright, yeah, I never really cared for Wild Force or any of those Rangers. You know, nowadays I kind of do like Taylor. Like, I get it. She's kind of cool. I even kind of like Alyssa now. But when I was like 12 years old, when that season came out, I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand any of them except Merrick. So I'm going to pick Merrick for this list. Okay? And I'll explain why. You see, when Merrick, like after the curses and Aku was lifted and he became a Power Ranger, when he first became a Power Ranger, he didn't want to deal with them. He didn't really like the other 5 Wild Force Rangers. And I could relate. I was like, you know what? I don't like them either. Like, he didn't want to be around them. He wanted to work alone. They were like, oh, come to the Animarium and live with us. It's like, no. No, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I got my own place to stay. I'm going to stay at this bar or whatever and play pool all day. That's what I'm going to do. Like, he didn't want to be around them. He didn't want to work with them. Like, I work alone. I could relate. I'm like, you know what? I hate them. If I was in your shoes, Merrick, I would not want to be around them either. They're fucking annoying. It's like, I got it. So that's why I'm picking Merrick. Because he was like, he was like a bright spot in this season when he showed up. He's like, you know, like, no, I don't want to work with you guys. I don't. And yes, technically he didn't hate them. It was more like he was trying to cope with what happened 3,000 years ago, and being on the Animarium and being around Princess Shayla would bring up bad memories and blah, blah, blah. But whatever. In the beginning, it came off like he hated them, and I could relate. So yeah, Merrick, my favorite in Wild Force, whatever. Ninja Storm. This is a toughie because I kind of like everybody in Ninja Storm, but I'll pick Cam. I'll pick Cam because I loved his character from the start. He was rude to the other Rangers, but in a funny way. Like, it was funny how rude he was to them and making jokes and like, you idiots. Like, I loved it. I loved it. And then he became a Power Ranger and he kicked ass as the Green Samurai Ranger. I love Cam. He's so smart. Like, they couldn't have made it through without him. He's great. So yeah, Donald Thunder, Dr. Oliver, duh. Duh. He's like the best Power Ranger mentor we ever had, and he trained like one of the most powerful Power Ranger teams ever. I mean, of course, Dr. Oliver. Okay. SPD, Doggy Kruger. Anubis, Doggy Kruger. That old dog is one of the best Power Rangers we've ever had, and he's one of the best mentors we ever have. I love that old dog. He is awesome. He kicks so much ass. He got these Rangers in gear. I love him. I love him. And he had the best lines in that SPD finale. Oh my god. Oh, he had the best lines. When he cut off Grum's other horn, now they matched. Oh my god. I love Kruger. I love him. Okay. Mystic Force. I'll pick Nick. And I know, you know, the people that don't like Mr. Force and whatever, they're like, Nick, really? He was like the worst part. Not to me. So, I like Nick. So, I mean, there's not much else I can say. I like Nick. I like the whole backstory with him being like magical Jesus or whatever. I don't know. Like, I like Nick. I don't know how to explain it. He was kind of a loner character. Again, I'm a loner. I get it. It's like, I like him. I don't have nothing else with it. Overdrive. Seriously. Overdrive. Oh my god. If I gotta pick somebody, I'll pick Rose. She was the least offensive. I liked Rose. You know, she was a smart girl. Okay. Whatever, Rose. Jungle Fury. RJ. Duh. He's like the best character in Jungle Fury. Duh. RJ. RPM. Damn. This is the hardest one because I really loved all of them. I really loved every Ranger in RPM. This is hard. This is hard. This is hard. I kind of want to go with Subject D44, but I'll go with Ziggy. I'll go with Ziggy because he was funny. He was the, you know, the comedian of the group. He was funny. And he also came through for them a lot. Like, you wouldn't expect Ziggy to come up with plans to save them because he was goofy and shit. But he did. He came up with plans to save them a lot of times. So I'll go with Ziggy. He was cool. Samurai. Mikey. I mean, if you were rocking with me back in the day when I had my shitty camera making samurai reviews, then you already know Mikey was my favorite back then. So Mikey. Megaflop. Jake. I'll go with Jake. I like Jake. I know a lot of people in Megaforce like Gia, and I understand it. And I don't know. I feel like they never really gave her that much to do. Whereas I did kind of like Jake. Like, oh, I have this, you know, romantic interest in Gia, and I'm wasting everybody's time by not telling her that I like her, but I like her. So I kind of like that aspect about him. I liked how he was really cool friends with Noah and stuff. So, I mean, it's not much work. It's not much to work with here. It's Megaforce. Okay? None of them were really that great. But I like Jake. So I'll go with Jake. I did not like Robot Knight. I don't know what anybody sees in him. I hated that fucking robot. Oh my god. Okay, so moving along. Dino Charge. Sir Ivan. I love Sir Ivan. Sir Ivan is the best Ranger out of Saban Brands to me. He really is. If I have to pick like best Rangers out of Saban Brands, I mean they pretty much all come from Dino Charge. But if I gotta pick one, it would be Sir Ivan. I really loved him. He was good. I loved the whole like night shit about him, and Davi Santos really brought that character to life. I love Sir Ivan, man. He's a blessing. He is something Saban Brands didn't really deserve. Sir Ivan. But here we are. So yeah, Sir Ivan. Yeah. Ninja Steel. Okay. First of all, I have forgotten about it. Like, I really forgot about the name. I'm like, what the hell is the next one? Ninja Steel. Okay. Oh, God. I don't have a favorite Ranger in Ninja Steel. If I gotta pick one, Preston, I guess. He's the least offensive. Preston, fine, okay. He's magic. I like magic, as I say in many videos. So, Preston. Okay, that's it. I think I've gone through all the damn seasons, right? Alien Rangers, if you want me. If anybody wants me to include the Alien Rangers like you care. Sestro, maybe? I think he's the one that had the most to do. You know, he was the Billy of that team. He made a bunch of devices. And then he had his own episode in Zeo where he came back. So, I'll go with Sestro. Not like it matters. So, yeah, that's my video. My favorite Power Ranger from every season, you know. So, if you're watching this video, what is your favorite Power Ranger from each season? You only pick one. Don't be doing this whole, oh, you know, I can't decide between the two. Pick. Pick one. Pick one from each season if you want, you know, if you want. Alright. Later, you guys. Jamata.